The Rings of Power, Episode 7. Welcome to Mirror Domains, and this is my full live watch along for The Rings of Power, Episode 7, The Eye. Now, guys, if you haven't seen one of these from me before, you know that I can't show you the entire image here on the side. Some of you actually still haven't figured that part out, but I'll do my best to let you know where I'm at within the episode with my little tips and tricks. And I'm just hitting the play button there. We're at the opening credits. I've passed the previously on, and we'll get underway for The Rings of Power, Episode 7. Guys, hey, if you like what you've seen here on this channel, if you like this kind of stuff, follow the playlist. It's linked up in the cards and description below. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. This is the second last episode, guys, before the big finale, Episode 7. I'm kind of hyped for this because we just ended with what appears to be, what is going to be Mount Doom. So, I'm intrigued, for sure. What's that little thing sticking up there? Nothing? All right. All right. So, yeah, guys, you just seen the opening credits, right? I'll give you guys timestamps as we go through this. This episode should be just ash clouds, right? Well, yeah. Or, well, it's going to probably burn away most of what Mordor is going to become, right? The Rings of Power. Let me make sure that everything is properly aligned here. It looks like we're ready to get underway. Looks like we are ready to get underway. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is Galadriel waking up from the ash. I said ash. Was this episode clock in at an hour and 12 minutes? So we're going a little bit, this is a bit of a longer episode, guys. That's fine, that's fine. Not under any time constraints today, so Galadriel wakes up from the ashes. Everything's on fire. All right. I'm going to adjust the camera here so I don't have to keep on leaning. That's better. Oh no, Horsey! Horsey was on fire. No, that's not good. Don't want to see the Horsey get hurt. Okay. So we're just establishing that everybody's kind of all over the place. They don't know where everybody else is. Galadriel calls out for Halbrand. So Theo's there. We only know that because of the subtitles. And this is Theo.
Stay with me. Come.
I want to announce something there too. At the end of this video, I want to talk about the haters out there. So if you're somebody who hates this series, let's have a conversation after this episode. Because if you hate it, then why are you watching it? You don't have to. You're not like me that's making YouTube videos from it. Okay. So it's kind of murky here. You can't really make out too much. Like you can see bodies and you can see people are being fished out from underneath of caved in buildings and such. Is that his friend? That's his friend, right?
He's gone.
Okay, so that's Isildur. That's the queen. Hmm. So they're just looking for survivors, trying to see who's made it out of this or not. Uh-oh. We know Isildur is going to make it out of this. But that whole thing just collapsed. Huh. Okay, so the Harfoots come back. Now we hopefully find out how this story connects into the rest of it, right? Nori, right? Our Glass Viking says it's got to be my favorite series currently, closely followed by She-Hulk and Andor. I like She-Hulk too. Ooh, what's this? Burning. So maybe one of those bombs fell that far. One of the
Grand used to speak of mountains to the south that could spit.
yeah, so even that far. A new evil is rising. So we're back with the guy who fell from the sky, and everybody thinks that this is going to be Gandalf. But what about Saruman? Could it not be Saruman? Like, I don't know what the lore is behind the wizards. Because we all think that, well, we heard from Adar that he killed the vessel that was Sauron before, right? So they're just talking about who this guy is. Wind whooshing. But yeah, this could be a younger Saruman. Wouldn't he have been the first wizards there? Because he was older than Gandalf and he became white. So he would have gone through brown, gray, and white. He would have gone through those stages, right? Before Gandalf. Oh, he's casting some kind of magic. Kuita? Is he fixing it? Yeah, branches are a lot heavier than you think. You think something like big and long like that, you wouldn't think it'd be that heavy, but it is, man. Okay. What was he doing, though? Was he trying to talk to it? Trying to give it life again? It's a beautiful shot. See, we know that season 2 is being filmed. They can go get tracking shots like that now in New Zealand, but then film stuff like this
Through minds. The elves are prepared to furnish this
on a
city
stage,
with
which is this
game.
probably shot on a stage. Elrond can understand Dwarven.
Tell me, why should we trust any elf?
So he admits it. Okay.
Pleading
Pleading.
for you to save my people.
Help us. Yeah, the actor who does Elrond, Elrond is good. I need to look up who plays the dad there. Something about his voice that sounds familiar too.
It is said that when Aule created our people,
Two elements, huh? I almost want to say who is Oop. Cheat death.
My friend is drowning. Reaching for me to pull him to shore.
Ray Winstone is
You
what I'm thinking
expect me
of.
to swat his hand?
His whoops, sorry if I left the audio on there too much. Or maybe it's not. Kingdom.
perhaps the entire Middle.
It's not him though. His face looks a little. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. So
Caring old fool!
he wants to let the elves die, and Disa's upset.
We opened the mine ourselves. Prove to them there's a safe way to get.
Yeah. Peter Mulan, he is Scottish. Oh, okay. I don't know. There was just something in their voice that just made me think about it for some reason.
fine. I shouldn't.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
She does have lice in her beard. So he's going to defy his father? I think he will, right?
Must be informed. And soon he will no longer be a king.
Not necessarily. Durin's upset about it. He's upset.
We say no more.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Hmm. He doesn't care about the Mithril. So Durin prefers his relationships and his friendships more than he does the... What's happening to the leaf? It's restoring the life to it? That is kind of shocking. Look at that. So it absorbed the bad energy from it, right? I like that. I like how he just kind of yelled out for him. That was cool. That was a good scene. That gave us a lot of information, right? Okay.
Deal down their throats.
Huh.
It is over. Not for me.
We must. So she's realizing that too. She also has to let some things go. Our Glass Viking says Elrond is being sincere but kind of laying on the guilt as well. No, I didn't really see it from that, but I suppose perhaps. Perhaps. I could see that. All right, guys, we got to go for a little bit of a gap here without any sound. Mostly because I let that big gap go. There's not too much happening here. People just making a migration. Looks like some of the horses made it, but they're injured. So if Mithril has healing properties, that makes it extremely valuable. Hourglass Viking says, cool, I thought Mithril was just for making armor and weaponry, but it acts like onions that absorbs bad elements. Yeah, and apparently if you got like athlete's foot, you can put like onions in your socks at night and it'll clear it up. I wouldn't know from experience though. Seriously. Take my horse. Everybody's hurt, right?
Captain, you...
Where? So this is Theo out by himself with Galadriel. Oh, sorry, not by himself, but with Galadriel.
Beyond that far peak. That is where they shall hide to.
Okay, so everybody's in despair.
God.
So orcs
I
weren't
would not
around
use such words.
because it's a break-off sect of elves, right? All right.
Perhaps we can make one of you yet.
So she recruits Theo. Is Theo going to become a king or something? Or maybe he'll become a ring wraith. Where are we at? Sorry, I haven't given a timestamp. I apologize. I've been just 24 minutes in, guys. We're coming just over 24 minutes. There, 24 minutes. That's including the previously on and credits. So 24 minutes in.
It's just beyond this rise.
She wasn't even paying attention there. I think she's hurt. Like maybe got internal damage. Like she doesn't seem like she's totally with it, right? Oh, so her vision. It was her vision. Okay, so that's why she didn't see the thing. Yeah. And they're realizing it. He realizes it.
Do you?
No. So the blast blinded her. That's scary. Until you...
Keep walking.
Yeah, I just thought about that last night. For some reason, I was just, before I went to sleep, I was like, what is the worst, like, sense that you could lose? Would I want to lose my hearing? I love music. I love watching movies, so I wouldn't want to lose that. Maybe taste would be for me. I don't need to taste food. I want to feel, though. I don't want to hear and see. Maybe smell. But losing your sight would be one of the worst ones, I think. Especially if you were born being able to see.
Our ancestors lived in parts unknown over 1,000.
Alright, so Sauron is talking with the man from the sky. Ooh, it's growing. It is growing. Okay, so his magic did work. Okay, guys, this has got to go somewhere. Enough with the teasing. We're the second last episode. Just tell us who he is. 2751. So Nori is offering him an apple. Sarok is making a mistake by parting with the stranger. Yeah, his magic works. It seems like Nori still believes in him, right? Hmm. A lot of pauses and a lot of looking here. This is the same director from the previous one, so... Yeah, you're just a Harfoot.
Off to bed, Nori.
So she's a little bit dispirited there, I suppose. Realizing that helping him is not going to bring any huge good fortune. Although he did help you move there, guys. So it's not a complete loss, Nori. Don't give up hope just yet. Unless he does become Sauron, and then... well, hey, that's on you. Husband. Celeborn. I didn't know she was married.
I was dancing and he saw me there.
You.
Hmm. So he perished in the war?
What you said before, you're wrong.
No?
But I believe the wise also look upon what is in our hearts.
Hmm.
Work in this world. Perhaps on days such as this.
Hmm. They pushed Galadriel's brother Ark so much that husband wasn't even in my thoughts, our Glass Viking says. Yeah.
Not yet see it.
Uh-oh. You hear that? Must be a war party or oh, looking for any survivors. So they are very close. Okay. Oops, sorry guys. Yeah. I guess because they could hear the steel draw from the hilt. Oh, he can sniff them?
What do you smell?
So that's how close they are, guys. I hope this is not going to be just like a... They know where they need to go to get to the ridge. I hope it's not one of those episodes like from Walking Dead where it takes the entire episode for them to walk to that point. Where are we? Prince Durin.
Trevor. We need to give the rocks time to resettle.
Self-discipline, Master Elf.
Elrond intended to lose that contest.
us.
My aim was never to defeat you, but to gain your ear a while longer.
It's not Lord of the Rings if there isn't walking involved. Yeah.
Winded.
Winded. Yeah, so Elrond was holding back in that contest. Now I have green tea. I don't have water, or if that's a little bit stronger than water. Elrond is very cunning and funny. Yeah, he is.
We do have our secret names, for use only amongst ourselves. Aye.
Durin, the guy who plays him, is doing a fantastic job because he's allowed to have some nuance in there, and he's using every little bit of it, and it helps in contrast to Elrond, who's much more emotionless because he's an elf, right? He's learned to temper those kinds of emotions. Oh, what's his secret name? Yeah. It makes you wonder what his secret name is. Is it just like a big opening to like a vein? Yeah, you can see the vein there. Mithril. And it goes a long way.
Father, just look at it.
So they're in trouble. You're saying there's no way out of this place? You can't climb that rock? That's hard to believe. I thought they would have put him on like an oubliette or something. Or, just a ledge with no way climbing down or anything. It would be dangerous to mine that deep for Mithril. I fear the father is maybe right not to compromise the mine. Well, we'll have to see how this plays out.
A tiny, pitiful sound like scraping chalk stones. seemed to ease the burden a little. And one night, and when your mother woke, I told her.
Hmm.
Pieces when I dig a single hole. Your allies to death is not tempering.
Hmm. So he's calling him out on it.
Fired in my own mother's womb.
Huh. How dare you? Means to forget, yeah. So they're having it out. So he's taking his name away. So he's disowning him. So the father's stubborn here, right? He's not seeing the grand picture of things, because if the elves die, they're there to help and protect the top world. That was an intense scene, guys. 44 minutes. 44 minutes. So the magic really worked. And fast. Well, overnight? I don't understand it either, Nori. Applesauce. Hey, it is applesauce season here. Okay, what does she see? Is there a dead body in there? Oh, no, it's a foot. Orc foot? I didn't see any claws. Like that, she's gone. Why would she just leave that? Oh, it's this guy. We haven't seen this guy in a while. Yeah, we haven't seen him in a hot minute. What's going on here? I almost forgot about this guy. It is a guy, isn't it? Or is it a girl? I thought it was a guy, but hey, you never know these days, right? Grabbing a flower. So they're looking for the guy that fell from the sky. 2 apples and I'm done wouldn't be my staple food. Depends on the apple. I like Granny Smith. I think they're all women in sheep's clothing. Ooh, they disappeared fast. That's kind of creepy. So Nori pointed them in the direction of where he went, and so does that mean...
Off with you now!
Be gone!
Ooh. Oh, they're burning all of their wagons. Can't save it. Can't save that. He burned all the stores, basically. So all the food that they just got and stuff like that, they don't have. There's got to be some resolution to that, though. Like, the eye is called this episode, and we haven't gotten any reference as to what the eye could be, right? I thought it would be like the eye of Sauron, but guess not.
You're coming with us.
The horse doesn't want to go.
Beric.
Take the rope off then. Yeah, let him go. That's a nice shot. That's beautiful. Wow.
Pull the elf on board.
So that's kind of like metaphorical for letting his son go too, right? Is that what that was about? Okay, so there's Galadriel. They made it. Timestamp, sorry. 51 minutes and 30 seconds. 51 minutes and 30 seconds. So about 15 minutes left. Beric is bounded to Isildur, so that means he'll find him in ash and rubble. Oh, you think the horse is going to go find Isildur? Good call. Good call. I think so too. All right. So this is the hospital where people are in rough shape and burned. Yeah. Losing limbs. Theo, I don't think you're going to find your mom in there, I don't think, unless she's helping somebody. They're teasing us here, right? Yeah. Good. Oh, and Elrond is alive. Good. He's not accustomed to that, but good to see that he embraced it.
Garrison will remain behind to escort them to a safe settlement.
See, they'll miss this kind of stuff when it's in England, though, because they can get this helicopter sweeping shots, but this looks like it was filmed on an actual location in New Zealand, right? But maybe they can do pickups and stuff for season 2. Who knows? And just marry it together. It is breathtaking, though. She's wanting to see if she's hurt or not, right?
Save it. For our enemies.
She sounds like she wants vengeance. It sounds like.
Of Ar Inziladun vowed this. Numenor will return.
Yes, the elves will be ready with Mithril. England has plenty of moors and coastland for locations, as does Scotland and Ireland. Okay. Okay. Did Captain bail? No, he's thinking about his Isildur. He was hoping just to leave, right? So we're back with the Harfoots. 56, so 10 minutes or so. Still don't know who the guy fell from the sky is. We still don't know who the people are after him, but we assume that they're from Sauron, his forces, right?
But there's one thing we can do, I warn. Better than any.
Hmm.
We face it. With our hearts even bigger enough.
This guy's giving a good speech. Trying to inspire Nori, right?
Warn him what's coming. He deserves at least that.
Poppy's going. So the Harfoots unfortunately experienced the same desolation and cleanup as the humans. Yeah, they did. I guess they did, right? Because they burned everything that they had. Okay, so they're all coming around here. They're going to go and help him. Just tell us who he is. Story to people. We only got one more episode left, guys. So are they all going, or is it just a small group of them? Okay, so it's just a small contingent of them going.
I'm certain of it.
That she'll keep. Anduin. Is that where Warcraft got the name from?
To face whatever awaits me.
Halbrand, that's right. Halbrand? He fell? Whoops. Sorry if I left that on a little bit too long. poison wound?
Can he ride?
I'll have the healers gather what provisions I can.
It seems fate has in store for us one more raft.
Okay. So he's walking out even though he's hurt. I guess they're going to go get help from the elves. So there may be a time jump here, right? In the next episode of when they get healed and to figure out. Maybe, I don't know, because it's going to be the finale next. I'm just trying to figure out here in my head, how is this going to tie into the finale of season 1? Now that we know for sure there's going to be a season 2, at least minimal. So they're all cheering strength to the Southlands, and great shot. Another again. Cinematography. All right. So I expect that that's all we'll see in this episode of that. So Durin is with.
What is it then?
It's your father's. Yeah.
Evil. His eyes too dim to see.
And she's going to stand by her man. That's good.
Good in the fourths. Not your brothers. Us. To you and me.
So that's cool. Yeah, these two are also pretty cool. How they stick up for each other and stuff. Well, she went to bat from there. All right, what's this? Wow, there's a lot of it. Look how deep it goes. The Balrog? Okay, so it fell all the way down to the Balrog. That's where the mithril goes. So that's the danger of mining the mithril, is the Balrog is down there. They'll get some of it out before it comes out, right? this? Mordor. Or is that what he's... The Southlands. Switches to Mordor. Yeah. Okay. Well, we knew that. And the volcano is still erupting. And that's it? That's this episode? Okay. So, well, who was it? It was Byford the Hobbit that once said that, yeah, that's what's happening, is that they're transforming that land into Mordor. And that's exactly what's happened. All right, that's called the Eye. Now, why was it called the Eye? I don't know. I don't know why it was called the Eye, but let's talk about how I felt about this episode. I enjoyed the stuff with Durin, obviously, Elrond, and that interaction that Durin had with his father. I felt like that was really well handled. I like how him and his wife were... how they stood strong together. I like that. If somebody were to complain about this episode, let's talk about that, because there are haters of this. If they were to complain about this, what really much happened other than that? A lot of people walking. What happened with the Harfoots that really changed this story up? What did we learn about the Harfoots? That they stay with each other through thick and thin, that they decided that they want to help the stranger from the sky after all. Yeah, but we kind of already knew that was what Nori wanted in the beginning, so then if somebody were to complain about it, I could understand it. I would... Okay. But for me, I'm a little bit on that side too. I'm kind of like getting tired with it. That just tell us who this guy is. Tell us how this story fits in with what's going on with the Mordor storyline. Because we can see now how the Elrond and Durin story with the Mithril, we see how that's going to fit in, because they're going to craft weapons and stuff to help them defend against the orcs. And the formation, they'll probably seal off Mordor like that way, right? So I see how those stories are fitting together. I still just don't know how the Harfoots fit in. And they better in the finale. They better. Because if they'd still leave it hanging like this, it's going to be a huge detriment to the show, I think. And we saw that they're filming season 2 already. And we've seen in the interviews with the showrunners that they intentionally held some of the story back, and they wanted to have this backstory in there to help establish where they're going with it. And we see now where they're going with it, that the rings will probably not get crafted in this season, but they will eventually, right? They should. As far as this episode goes, though, the acting stood out, obviously, from Durin, right? And Elrond was pretty good. Yeah. It is what it is. I just see, because I'm enjoying this series. Don't get me wrong here. I'm enjoying this series. I'm not somebody who is also steeped in the lore, so I don't have that connection. I just enjoy what they're putting in front of us. And I'll make a quick distinction here. And I think I've made this before too. People who watch this show and just hate on it are like, that's fine if you're not making content. But if you're making content and saying that you hate it, then why are you watching it? Other than the fact that you're going to be cashing in on that outrage culture, and that owns a path that I don't want to go down. I just... People get stuck up on the lore, and it's like, people wouldn't act like that. Well, you don't know exactly how this is going to pan out. You know that they're changing a little bit of things here and there, but because you're taking lore from written word, from books, I would say that you're allowed to have a little bit. The leash for changing things up is a little bit longer than saying changing up lore from already established movies, kind of like what Star Wars did with Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. You already established Luke he earned the right to be a master Jedi. He rose to the ranks of something that even impressed Yoda. And then you all of a sudden want to change him to somebody who cowers in fear and accepts defeat just like that. That doesn't jive with the film or on-screen lore. If that was in books, then I would say fine. Like that's what we already did sort of with the EU. With the it's not called that anymore, right? It's called not the expanded universe, but the old books, the legacy stuff. We had to say goodbye to that stuff. And sometimes with the lore, with whatever you think that Tolkien wanted, you see, people think they know what Tolkien would have wanted. They think they know because there's these scholars that you've read once while you were sitting on the. Yeah. Anyway, don't get so worked up about it, guys. If you don't like it, then don't watch it. I like it, so I just hope that the finale here wraps up solid and it answers who the guy is that fell from the sky. My money is on Saruman. That's who I think it is. Just because of the logic that I said to you about the progression of the wizards, because Saruman was first, right? Our Glass Viking says, "You got it, James. A lot of creators align themselves with the haters to rag on content they don't like or understand. It's easy to do because the big shows have a lot of fan traffic." Yeah. I just found that outrage, the outrage culture is easy. It's an easy way to get people to view your stuff, but I prefer to look at things, even if I don't like it, like some of the stuff that you saw in this episode where I was kind of like, but I came around towards it at the end and I picked the highlights of it and I shared my thoughts with you guys, and that's the way that we're going to go. Anyway, I'm enjoying the series and I hope it wraps up nicely next Friday, guys. Next Friday is the finale and we will be watching it here live 1:30 p.m. on Friday for sure. I hope it's a good one. I hope it is. And then follow the playlist that's up in the cards, guys, and in the description. Yeah, the Rings of Power. I dig it, man. I dig it. Hourglass puts a 10-pound live chat badge in the comment section. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated, for sure. All right, guys. Galadriel, Bronwyn. I want to see how that wraps up there, too. All right, guys. It's a long weekend here in North America. In Canada, we're doing Thanksgiving. So I will be live on Monday, but tomorrow there's going to be no show. So there's going to be no content, I don't think, tomorrow. Maybe I'll publish another short, but that's about it. Nothing major. And I'll see you guys Monday. So enjoy your weekend and join us next week for more Rings of Power. Yeah, on Mirror Domains.